Good evening, I should say. Good evening. Welcome along to the Dave Bryant Stadium for another massive game. The last game of the season under lights. It's Enfield Town versus Hampton and Richmond Borough. It's a great opportunity. Opportunity knocks tonight for Enfield Town. They sit 2 points above the relegation zone. A win would take them 5 points above the relegation zone with 9 to play. And their opponents today, Hampton and Richmond Borough, though they sit in 15th, can't really go up, can't really go down. They're on a dreadful run of form. 1 win in their last 8 games. You would think this is a perfect opportunity for Enfield Town to capitalise. There is big team news today. I'll come to that momentarily. But before that, it's my great pleasure to introduce to you Town fan extraordinaire and the happiest man in North London. It is the one and only John Manatara. John, lovely to have you back here again. How are you and how are you feeling about tonight's game?
Yeah, I'm really good, thanks, and cautiously optimistic. And you know what, it's been one of those seasons, but on current form, actually, we should be around mid-table in the last 10 or so games. So a bit of optimism for the Towners and the Beavers as we go. Hampton and Richmond, they haven't such a great run, so they'll be down for relegation in current form, but they've still got a lot of weapons, and they can have any destruction for these days. But football's a funny game, as they say, but anything is likely to happen. But do you know what? We've got to be optimistic, Towners. Let's keep it. Honestly, and our support the other day, I read the Salisbury steward said one of the best fans, but we know that. But it's lovely to hear from other clubs. So come on, Towners, let's get behind the team.
Thanks very much, John. We'll come back to you in a moment to discuss team news, but first of all, as a matter of admin, I shall of course run through the teams, starting with the visitors, Hampton and Richmond Borough. They have in goal number 1 Max Merrick, number 12 Mike Atkinson, 6 Lachlan Bird, 8 Josh Keir, formerly of this parish, 11 Ibrahim Jallo, 15 Joe Yachiafano, 19 Archie Taylor, 23 Rudy Allen, 24 their captain Dominic Revan, 26 Joey Wiltshire, and 31 is Alfie Williams. And the Hampton and Richmond substitutes today, number 3 Henry Jeffcott, 7 Alex Wall, 18 Renedy Masampu, 20 Mauro Villette, and 28 Xander Siziba. And Enfield Town have in goal number 1 Joe Wright. At the back it's number 5 Xavier Benjamin, 19 Adam Thompson, and 16 Henry Hawkins. Captain today number 20 Mickey Parcell, 17 presumably left wing back Charlie Stallard, 14 Bailey Brown, 12 presumably right wing back Billy Leonard, and then it's 7 Lennon Peake and 11 Ollie Knight behind the lone striker Anointed Chuku. And the Town substitutes today, number 2 John Oyenuga, 4 Jack Bates, 10 new arrival Nathan Tormey, 15 another new arrival, he was on the bench at the weekend but didn't take to the pitch, it's Harry Sidwell, and number 18 Hisham Kasimu. The referee today is Daniel Baines, the assistants are Stephen Marr and Josh Evans, and the fourth official, the one at whom we're all going to be moaning at later on in the evening, is Sam Wigginton. So the big news today is no Sam Youngs. Congratulations are due to Sam Youngs. He's celebrating the birth of his first child just a day or so ago. So no Sam Youngs. It means Lennon Peake's return to something approaching fitness is timely. He'll probably move into that attacking midfield position. What do you make of the lineup then, John?
Yeah, I think where the lineup is, we've got one up front, Chukwu. I think it's not, probably enforced changes really, especially with Sam Youngs missing. And I think we've probably for 5 in the midfield. Well, actually, we're going to have 2 wing backs, I presume, as usual. But it's just how they let the team formation is. But I think it's good to have Lennon Peake, Mr. Assist, back. So and he adds a bit of pace. And Billy Leonard, I think 39 matches, actually world top appearances. Great player, and I'm relieved he's back because we were worried of the 85th minute he got a really bad ankle injury at Salisbury, so he's recovered. So it's not a bad line out. It's not going to be an easy game, but it never is at this level.
Difficult to call where Town are in terms of form. They had their brilliant run of 4 wins and 6 games unbeaten. 4 consecutive wins was followed by 4 consecutive defeats. They then won at the weekend. Which town do you see turning up in terms of performances recently? Any indicators there for you, John?
I think there's always been really good signs, and even though I think the last matches we've lost about 4 and lost 6 and won about 4 in the last 10 games. It's been crazy sort of roller coaster, but there's getting the points on the table, so which is the interesting thing. And the other thing about Hampton and Richmond, or as I say, the Beavers, some of their top scorers aren't actually starting, which is interesting. All 3 of them actually. So it's quite interesting to see, especially Mauro Vigliete has been, seasoned veteran of Barnet as well, and surprised to see him on the bench, considering they've been dropping points. That's a bit of a surprise, but Roberts and Gray are maybe possibly, I think, they're injured or something's happened there, but it's interesting. As usual, anything can happen in the football. It could get a deflection, but you know what? Probably a town are more confident, if anything, going into this on current form. But let's hope so.
You're right there, John. Villetta's 10 goals to his name, and Roberts with 9 goals to his name isn't even in the 16 at all. We have to bear in mind, I guess, fixture congestion. Everybody's played just 72 hours ago, more or less. They all played on Saturday. That might explain. I was talking to Gavin, actually, the Enfield manager, Gavin McPherson, just before the match, and he did mention Hisham Casimir picked up a slight knock, so that partly explains why he's on the bench. He's also observing Ramadan as well, which was another factor for Gavin to take into account with team selection. But yeah, it's a strange one from Hampton, omitting their 2 highest goal scorers, 19 goals between them. Kick-off is moments away, and the 2 sets of players are now emerging out onto the turf. Town, as ever, resplendent in their white shirts, blue shorts, blue socks, and Hampton and Richmond, red shirts, white shorts and white socks. The Hampton and Richmond goalkeeper Max Merrick is top to toe in orange today, nice striking Dutch looking orange. And Joe Wright, who today will bring up his 100th town appearance. Joe Wright, his 100th appearance, of course, across the course of 2 spells. He's dressed top to toe in black. 100 games then for Joe Wright, and I have it in good information. It's also 100th game in charge tonight for Gavin McPherson. So he'll be hoping to mark it well. All that said, the Hampton and Richmond manager, Alan Julian, is celebrating his birthday today, so everyone's got something to celebrate today, both managers. We'll quickly run through the 2 teams again. Town have Joe Wright in goal, Xavier Benjamin, Adam Thompson, Henry Hawkins, the back 3. The wing backs will be Charlie Stallard and Billy Leonard. Sitting in midfield, Mickey Parcell and Bailey Brown, with Lennon Peake and Ollie Knight supporting Anointed Chuku. And Hampton and Richmond Borough have Max Merrick, Mike Atkinson, Lachlan Bird, Josh Kia, Ibrahim Jallo, Joe Yachefano, Archie Taylor, Rudy Allen, their captain Dominic Revan, Jerry Wiltshire and Alfie Williams. That's how they line up. They are gathering themselves into a little huddle, as is the trend these days, to psych themselves up. They look like they'll be defending the Jenner Timber end. Town are defending the Hertfordshire Zoo end. It's a pretty sparse crowd at the moment. There are still fans milling in, and a lot of them are actually making the switch from one end to the other. A lot of the Town fans are making that switch to the Jenner Timber end. But it's a relatively sparse crowd, and it's unsurprising, really. It's a very chilly day. It's a very chilly evening. There is some rain forecast, but I don't think there's been much rain today, has there? Last couple of days fairly dry. It looks like it will be the visitors, Hampton and Richmond, to kick us off. Joe Yachefano, who's a bit of a surprise coming into the team. He's only played 67 minutes so far this season. He's getting us off and underway, and Hampton begin proceedings by lobbing the ball forward long, up the left and out of play. So Town, Victory today would take them 5 points ahead of the relegation zone. They sit at the moment 2 points above the relegation zone. They're in 19th. They've taken a throw in the left-back position, up the line, right-back position I should say, up the line, and they're forcing it up towards halfway. Lennon Peake gets his first touch, forcing it up towards Chukwu, who's battled with 2 Hampton defenders and done well there to win a throw. Immediately a little sense of Chukwu's physicality and Peake's supporting role.
Yeah, I think Peake is playing in Sam Young's position, that role just behind the striker, and he's a very talented young man anyway, as we know, and he can score as well as assist, so it's good to have him back.
Yeah, Peake into the starting lineup. Sam Young's missing today, as his partner's just had their first child yesterday, so he's got paternity leave. And Town have managed to force their way through to another throw, right down by the corner flag now, as they attack on the right. This is quite a dangerous position. Looks like Billy Leonard will trot across to take the throw. Right down by the corner flag, 5 yards in front of the corner flag on the right. Gives it short. Town try to work an angle into the area. They've got into the area. In comes the early shot. Straight out of play at the near post. And Hampton can breathe again, but the first shot in anger coming in the first couple of minutes there for Town.
That's a bright start and showing Town have a bit of confidence, and the bee in the bonnet. That's these 3 crucial points for tonight, and just eases the pain and stress of threat of relegation. But it's good form, and big thank you to St Albans for conceding again late on, and but sad really, because we've done it a few times, so we know what they're going through, bless them.
Meanwhile, here at the Dave Bryant, Hampton are trying to build from the back on the left, but Thompson got a head in, and then a hefty challenge goes in on Mickey Parcell. The ref, I think, is just going to have a talking to there for the Hampton player. Do you see anything more than a talking to in that, John?
Nothing really. It was a challenge, but it was a free kick, but nothing too untoward.
I think it was former Town player Josh Keogh actually who went in heavily there. Play's restarted. Town have forced it up the right, but ball's gone out of play, and it's a throw to Hampton in their left back position. Hampton, whose recent record reads a defeat, a win, and then 6 more defeats. So just the 1 win in their last 8 games, 1 win and a draw, 4 points from their last 8 games. So they're in no sort of form at all. They can't go up, they can't really go down. So you might say that they are the ideal opponents for Town, as Town look to build on the momentum of that weekend victory. Town have taken a throw from halfway on the right. It's reached Bailey Brown, who's trying to muscle his way through, but Hampton can bring it away. This is Jallow, but he's well tackled there by Parcell on halfway. He gives it sensibly to Knight, who tries to force the ball forward for Lennon Peake to stretch his legs for the first time down the left. He tries to force the ball off the defender. Everybody expected that to be a corner. The referee's pointed to a goal kick. What did you see in that one there, John?
I think I would have given a corner, put it politely.
Yeah, it looked very much like Peake got there first, tried to force an across, it came off the defender. Peake was dribbling the ball back away to take the corner, but the ref thought otherwise. Hampton have restarted, they're trying to build in their left back position. It's with Jallow in the centre. Now they lob a long ball forward. Thompson rises, Hawkins gets there first, importantly, and a no-nonsense clearance from Stallard. Up and over halfway, something for Knight to chase. And he's done well there to win a throw off Archie Taylor. So Town throw just in front of the dugouts. Up the line it goes from Stallard. Header back from Hampton. And it's going to be picked up by Henry Hawkins, and he spreads it wide cleverly to Billy Leonard, but he's given the ball away. And Hampton can pick it up now, and they can look to build. They've not really got into the Town half as yet. And then another good tackle from Billy Leonard. It's actually been called a foul, but halts Hampton in their tracks. And after 5 minutes, it remains 0-0. Hampton, red shirts, white shorts and white socks under the floodlights, and Town, white shirts, blue shorts and blue socks. And a lot of long sleeve shirts Pair of gloves there I can see for Ibrahim Jallow as a long ball is swung into the centre. Hawkins is actually beaten in the air. Stallard has to get there first, and Thompson's forced to take quite evasive action, puts the ball out of play for a throw right down by the corner flag. Not a throw or corner, can't quite see. It's corner in fact. And that was a little bit of nervousness there caused by a fairly straightforward long ball. Town didn't really deal with it smoothly, and Thompson ended up in slightly ungainly fashion putting it out for a corner, and Hampton, having not really made a foray into the Town half, now have a chance through Alfie Williams to take a corner on their right. Alfie Williams, a 21-year-old, signed in the summer from Royston. It's a very deep corner all the way to the back post and beyond. They'll do well to keep that in, and the linesman has signalled that that's gone all the way out for a goal kick. Getting his eye in, I think you could say, about that effort from Alfie Williams. It was a wild corner, massively overhit, and Joe Wright, making his 100th appearance, will be pleased for that. Made 95 appearances in his first spell. Joe Wright came back into the squad, brought back in because of the concussion suffered by Reece Forster. Be interested to see, as Forster regains full fitness and full mastery of his senses, whether he marches straight back into the team or Joe Wright retains his position. Goal kick's been taken and Hawkins has forced it back up the pitch. Hampton take the aerial route to go forward. Thompson wins that one in the air though, he's done well, then scraps for it on the ground as well, but Hampton emerged from it and tried to stab it into the area. Benjamin, I think, got back there, and then clearance is effected more forcefully on the right by Billy Leonard, and it's gone out of play for a throw to Hampton in their left back position inside their own half. What have you made of the first 7 minutes or so, John?
I think Town started a bit stronger than Hampton and Richmond have just got into a little bit more, but it's too early to tell. Then one thing for sure is we've got to improve the home record for Enfield Town. I think we've got the second worst home form, or if you want to call it positively, 23rd best home record. But then away though, 15th in the league for away form, which is quite interesting considering where what position we're in. So let's go for it.
Chiku putting a bit of pressure on the Hampton defenders there. Dominic Revan, the captain, got in a little bit of a muddle, but his goalkeeper Max Merrick helped him out, and Hampton are now building on their left, trying to play a long ball forward, looking for Jerry Wiltshire. And Thompson's gone all the way across to cover. He's tried to win the throw by knocking it off Wiltshire, but the ball's rebounded kindly for Hampton, and they're going to get another throw high up the pitch on their left. They're taking it short. Hampton, who won the reverse fixture 4-0 earlier in the season, so although they're mid-table and floundering a little on present form, Town will not be taking this one lightly. Though all that said, one of their hat-trick hero from that day, James Roberts, is not in the 16 at all today. Town have cleared the ball up to halfway and then forced it forward again. Here's Lennon Peake trying to get after it, but Hampton will clear it up and then try to force it forward. The flag stayed down for them, so they knock it backwards and back towards the centre circle, and here's Archie Taylor for them on the right. Taylor gives it to Jallow, heavy touch from him, and Stallard tries to steal him, but Jallow's done well. Tries to slip the ball into the area, it comes back to Jallow, and he can only knock the ball harmlessly towards Joe Wright. Charlie Stallard got dribbled past a little too easy there by Jallow, but no huge alarms at the back as yet for Town.
Yeah, so far not really anything noteworthy, but surely enough, don't make any mistakes is the secret to our performance, I think.
Bailey Brown did well there, high up the pitch to win the ball, looking for Chiku. Chiku's putting pressure on right down by the corner flag, but he's conceded a goal kick. It was a good little bit of battling in the middle there from Bailey Brown.
Yeah, he's a good battler, a bit of foray in the midfield, adds a bit of physical presence, which is really good, especially when they do long balls, and he can win the ball back. Quite a talented player, and a nice chap when we met him as well.
Indeed, got his first goal for Town a couple of weeks ago in defeat against Hornchurch. It's a night mismatched battle, aerial battle there with Jallow. The ball's forced forward. Kia knocks it forward for Hampton, but it's cleared by Town. Knight is again towered above in the air. He's not going to win many of those. He's going to try one on the ground now. Hampton were appealing there for a high boot, but I think it was more a case of their defender Archie Taylor ducking his head into that challenge from Ollie Knight, and the ref didn't see anything amiss either. The ball's gone out to play for a Town throw.
Yeah, there was nothing in that really, no malice. He had his head quite low and he had to go for the ball. It's just one of those things, and no harm done.
Yeah, Archie Taylor himself, to his credit, didn't make any sort of fuss about that. No histrionics, just got on with it, which we like to see. Henry Hawkins takes a long throw from the left inside his own half up towards halfway, and it's nodded out by Jallow for Hampton. And it will be a Town throw right in front of the dugout, where Gavin McPherson celebrates his 100th game in charge of Town today. Hawkins takes it long again. Everybody appeals for the next throw, but this one's gone the way of Hampton in their right back position. It will be taken by Taylor. Archie Taylor, prolific with his assists last season when at Westfield. 23 assists for Archie Taylor, the right back, last season. He's had 3 goals to his name this season. Hampton trying to force the ball forward. There's a lot of headed play from Hampton. They like to sling an aerial ball forward and then chase all the second balls and the third balls. Trying it again, and Hawkins puts in a huge clearance over halfway, something for Chukwu to hold up here with his back to goal and 2 in attendance, but he's done really well. Held up the ball, now sprayed it wide right where Billy Leonard can pick it up, takes a touch, just chips it into the area. There were appeals of some sort from the Town fans, but Hampton have cleared it up towards halfway, and Hawkins will try to shove it wide right. Another touch there from Brown, but it's gone all the way through to the Hampton defence. Here's Lachlan Bird for them, the Australian. And then Mike Atkinson. Hampton tried to loft it forward. Suspicion of handball against the Hampton forward, but play goes on. They've got it with Taylor now, the right back. He lobs it forward up the line. Hawkins will come across, gets a foot to it. It's out of play. Safety first there from Henry Hawkins. Voted man of the match at the weekend. Hawkins got into the Vanarama South National League South Team of the Week as well. Hampton have taken a throw halfway inside the Town half on the right. Rudy Allen plays the ball back to Bird, right in the centre spot. He sprays the ball forward on the right, and the flag goes up against Jallow. And that's a good line held by Town, and Town fans have burst into song after about 13 minutes. In good spirits, Town fans, after that weekend win. It's actually a very good gathering of Town fans. I did them a disservice before the game by suggesting there weren't too many. They were all just making the pilgrimage from one end to the other on kick-off. Town have taken a free kick. Hampton win it in defence and smuggled back to Archie Taylor, who first time tries to clear it up the line. This is Kia, and now it's lobbed forward by Hampton, but Benjamin stoops to head that clear. It's knocked on by Peake, and the loose clearance is going to fall to Chukwu outside the edge of the area. He lays it wide right to Billy Leonard. Leonard, can he get a cross in? It's a deep one towards the back post. It's overhit, and that's too long for Ollie Knight. Opportunity there for Billy Leonard to get the cross in after good work by Chukwu, but he really overhit that one, didn't he?
Yeah, great work up to then, and just overhit by Billy Leonard. But it's posing a bit more of a threat. More passing that Town do, the more dangerous they look. We've said this before, really. Avoid the long balls, keep passing, quick passing, and it always poses a threat to the opposition.
A couple of the Town substitutes walking past us, or squad members, Reece Forster and Jake Hutchinson, just walked past us. Town win possession back in the middle third, and Brown's battling for it, but Kia's done really well there, the former Town player. He's sidestepped 2 players, then a good tackle comes in from Mickey Parcell, who himself has tackled. Ref looks to see if advantage will accrue, and then gives Town the free kick in a pretty good position. It's very central, about 45-50 yards from goal. Good crunching tackle there from Parcell after Kia had shown a bit of fancy footwork.
Yeah, Mickey Parcell read the game really well there. No prisoners, Mickey, as usual. But it's a good position, actually, to get a good, decent cross in. And Chukwu's got the height there. And it's going to be an interesting... at the moment, they're delaying the free kick with a couple of players from Hampton and Richmond standing in front of the ball. And as Enfield get ready to take the free kick, eventually going to move back, I hope. Oh, they're counting 10 yards. Hopefully he's more accurate than Anthony Taylor was against Man United. Still haven't forgiven that referee, by the way. Mind you, don't forgive most referees, put it that way.
And now, John, referees' decisions are final. It's a very central position, this free kick. It's ever so slightly to the right. But Town have 2 players over it. It's chipped towards the back post. Up goes the header from Hawkins, and it's easy enough for Merrick to grab. It was not a great angle for a flighted free kick, as Merrick's kick is back up the pitch as long, and Stallard keeps an eye on it, wins the first header. It's going to come back at him. It's Parcelli gives it back to Joe Wright. First time he kicks the ball aerially, doesn't quite reach halfway. Another aerial battle goes on. Peak challenge for it. Ollie Knight shoved it forward, and Town have won the throw 15 yards inside the Hampton half on the left as they attack. It's taken quickly by Hawkins. Chuku races after it, and Revan, a no-nonsense clearance up the line, and Town have another throw. Stallard's grabbing this one because it's 20 yards from the corner flag on the left, and Stallard does have a very long throw in him when the mood takes him. He is in fact being asked to move 5 yards back. Takes the throw now into Brown, who turns his man, gets a low cross into the area and arrives. The shot is going to fall for Chuku. Can he get a shot away? No. Player goes down, in comes the shot, and he takes it back at it! It's Lennon Peake! Puts it away. 17 minutes gone. Town of the lead. It came from a throw on the left. Hampton couldn't clear. Lennon Peake fired it in left-footed. Merrick stretched to his left. He couldn't reach. And after 17 minutes, it's Enfield Town 1, Hampton and Richmond Borough 0.
It's a great move, good build-up, and a great finish by Lennon Peake. Mr. Assist can also score goals, and that was a bit of a bullet, though.
It's just what Town wanted. Really good finish, that. It was a crowded penalty area. The ball half fell for Chuku. Hampton couldn't clear it. It really needed someone to put in a decisive shot. Lennon Peake did exactly that. Really smashed it, caught hold of it, and it was low as well. No real chance for Merrick. It was from around about the penalty spot, maybe about 15 yards, and he really got hold of it. So Hampton, who have struggled so badly for form in recent weeks, will now have to come from behind. They've forced the ball up the pitch from the kick-off, but it's gone out to play for a Town throw deep inside their own territory. Zav Benjamin will take it, only 5-10 yards in front of his corner flag on the right. He throws it up the line. Brown battles for it. It's gone out to play. No, it's not. It's kept in on the far side by Hampton, but they're forced into retreat by Brown. Neat turn, however. Still trying to progress up the left touchline, Hampton. And then Zav Benjamin comes in with a hefty clearance. Hampton will pick up the pieces, however. Building now and trying to fling across into the area, but that's overhit and easy for Joe Wright, who 20 minutes in has not really had too much to do. There was one overhit corner, a couple of back passes, but not much for Joe Wright to do so far.
Yeah, at the moment, probably deserved the 1-0 lead, I think, on the possession and moves, chances created. And that it was looking more ominous and more threatening as the game's been progressing. Hopefully, Town can keep that up. But yeah, what a great finish that was. Get in there, as they say.
Yeah, and in a match in which we needed the other Town players to step up and score goals. Obviously, Sam Youngs is 15 in the league this season. He's missing today. If you've arrived late, the team news is that Sam Youngs is celebrating the birth of his first child, so he's probably recovering from a sleepless night. He's missing today. Lennon Peake's taken his advanced midfield role and has chipped in with an early goal. Town lead by 1-0 after 20 minutes. Hampton on halfway, battling for possession. Kia wriggles away from Parcell and from Leonard, and then long ball is floated towards the area, but Hawkins got up well. Parcell got to the second ball first. It's going to fall for a long-range effort, which is on target from Archie Taylor. That was from all of 50 yards, possibly. It was on target, but straight down the throat of Joe Wright, making his 100th appearance. I think that's Hampton's first shot on target in the game. It was from fully 50 yards. He caught it well enough, but if that's going to be the pattern of play for the rest of the night, long balls and 50-yard shots, then Town will be very happy.
I could certainly live with that. And it's a bit of a tussle in the midfield at the moment, but there hasn't been any, well, I'm not going to say anything, but there hasn't been any great moves yet by Hampton and Richmond.
On the move now, though, with Keoghan bursting into the area, and his shot goes straight at Joe Wright. Commentator's curse there from John alongside me.
I knew it. That's just sort of saying it had to happen. I will not say anything, Towners, I promise, until after the game. But I think one thing we did get right, though, was Lennon Peaks in the right slot to cover for Young. So it's paid dividends, and let's hope he can keep it up.
For Hampton, although a lot of Town have won a free kick there for a hefty aerial challenge on halfway, although Hampton have seemed to prefer the aerial approach, they're flinging long balls in, and it's up to Thompson and Hawkins and Benjamin to win them, and then there's a battle for the second ball. I would say that young Josh Keoghan has looked impressive. He's looked tricky on the ball, he's got tight, close control, he's got a few tricks up his sleeve, likes a dribble. And he was the one who burst forward straight through the middle there from the knockdown and got a shot away from the edge of the area. He's a lively one in what's been an otherwise fairly scrappy midfield battle.
Yeah, Josh Keoghan stood out, like you said, for the midfield there for Hampton and Richmond. I think Archie Taylor's impressed. You can see why he's got a good record of assists and scoring. Very sharp. And he sometimes does overlaps on the right side, so possibly that's why he gets quite a lot of assists. But we've got a couple of decent players, so this game is by far not over.
Town have a free kick from inside their own half, but they're going to play it long, and the big men have gone forward. It's up towards the edge of the area. Hawkins challenges for it. It goes across the area, and Peake almost stole in there. The clearance has gone as far as Mickey Parcell. He tries to spray it out wide. It's cut out by Hampton, and Keoghan picks it up now inside his own half and does really well. Skips past two players, plays the ball forward. Hampton on the attack, and the ref pulls play back for an earlier foul by Town, and Hampton have an attacking free kick here. It's about 15 yards inside the Town half on the left as they attack. Right on the far touchline, the left-hand touchline. Looks like Mike Atkinson is standing over it. He's drifted away. Hampton have amassed 5 or 6 players just outside the D, on the edge of the Town area. So it's going to be a long free kick coming in towards the area, and it comes now towards the near post. It's allowed into the area. It bounces out to Keoghan. He gives it backwards, and Chuku can steal in, does well to pick that up. And then Peake takes over. He's running out outside the centre circle, but he's tackled. Keoghan picks it up again, tries to force it forward. Hawkins is beaten for pace here. In comes the attempted cross from Wiltshire, but Hawkins recovered well there. He was beaten for pace, recovered well to block the cross, and it's gone out of play for a throw to Hampton. 10 yards south of the corner flag for Hampton. It's taken short by Taylor, and then he miscontrols somewhat, and Stallard pokes it out of play. It'll be another throw in an identical position, but this time to Town. Stallard did really well there. So throw to Enfield Town in the left back position. Henry Hawkins will take it. There's a debate going on around me in the media area about the various merits or otherwise of Henry Hawkins, but he did score at the weekend to get into the team of the week, National League South team of the week, and now he's taking a throw up the line, and Chuku slaps his thighs in frustration there that he couldn't direct a header up the pitch and only out of play. And Archie Taylor will take a throw. Halfway through the first half, what have you made of proceedings so far, John? I'll ask you in a moment, just because the long ball's been lumped forwards by Hampton. It's allowed to drift out of play and a goal kick for Town. Halfway through the first half, what have you made of things so far, John?
Dare I say, things have been going really well. I think they've defended well generally, Town, and look at Menace pushing up forward again, avoiding the long balls like we used to say used to be a curse for us, never winning them, but now keeping the ball on the ground, quick passing through the wings, either Leonard on one side or Stallard on the other side. It's paying dividends, and if they can keep this pressure up, as soon as they get the ball, they seem to on the ball of the defenders whenever they try and clear it. So it's a good formation at the moment, as long as we can keep the pace up and preventing pressing them when we haven't got possession.
Wally Knight and Lennon Peake doing well there on the left-hand side for Town, keeping Hampton penned back for the time being. I'll ask you in a moment about Charlie Stallard. He's playing on the left side. He's nominally the left wing back, but he's not really pushed forward so much so far this evening. It seems to be Ollie Knight going wider. Knight's fairly central at the moment as Hampton are fast all the way back to their goalkeeper Merrick. He's cleared first time up the pitch, and Town have won it back, but Parcell can only find a defender. Billy Leonard putting pressure on. Town pressing high up the pitch. Peake now affecting the press, and this time Ollie Knight, as I said, he's pressing further up than Stallard, but Archie Taylor's done well to wriggle away from him inside his own half. Archie Taylor now switches the ball from right, looking for left, but it's well read there by Mickey Parcell with a flying header. Hampton have it back, but they're inside their own half and they're trailing by 1-0. An early Lennon Peake goal for Town after 17 minutes. It's with Revan at the back. Revan, who once came up against Mo Salah and Sadio Mane for Aston Villa 4 years ago. Played League Cup tie for Aston Villa against Liverpool. Salah, Mane and Gigi Wijnaldum on the score sheet that day. Town looking to break up the pitch. Charlie Stallard has overcooked that though, and he's been dispossessed, and now Hampton can break down the right with speedy Jallow, but Stallard's matching him for pace, and Knight's come across as well, but Jallow's wriggled away from the two of them and chipped the ball towards the back post. It's still in play, it's overhit slightly, it's pulled back into the air, and the shot comes in, it's blocked by Town and then cleared eventually. Only as far as Hampton play on the far side though. They're still in possession on the left, cutting Enfield now. Kia gives it back. It's Wiltshire trying to cross the ball in towards Jallow inside the area. He heads it back across goal, and the header is offside. It was a free header, and as well the flag went up, but a little period of pressure there from Hampton, and Town didn't deal with it particularly well. A couple of crosses. Jallow in the first place wriggled away from two men when his overhit cross went in. Town didn't really deal with it. The secondary cross came in, Jallow got another head on it, and Town were indebted to the offside flag to help them out there.
Yeah, this linesman's been pretty good so far. He's done a couple of good decisions. Saved me having a heart attack when I saw that he having a free header there, but even though he did miss. Jallow did brilliantly there to beat two of our players.
Town looking to get on the front foot there, but Hampton have cleared over halfway. Hawkins wins the header and is fouled in the process by Jerry Wiltshire. And Town have a moment of respite. Jerry Wiltshire, a British Virgin Islands international in the CONCACAF tournament. And Town leading by 1-0 after 28 minutes. Have a free kick for that foul, which Joe White will take from inside his own half, and he fires it long towards the edge of the Hampton area, but it's headed clear by Bird initially, picked up on the rebound by Peake. He'll have a shot from range. I think success has gone to his head somewhat, because the goal could have been 3 times as high and it would have still have cleared the bar. Fairly even, Stevens, in terms of the pattern of play after Town started the game on top, would you say, John?
Yeah, it's been kind of end-to-end. I think Hampton Richmond had to really go up another gear, really, considering they're losing by 1 goal. They've stepped up, and it's going to be a bit of a squeaky bum kind of game. I've got a feeling already it's going to be opening up even more by the second half, and the way they're going now, it's going to be an exciting game.
He's fallen for Chucker inside the air. He's got his back to goal. Can he fashion room for a shot? No, he's crowded out. And then he's conceded the foul. Looked for a moment there like he might be in, but the bounce of the ball wasn't kind to him. He ended up with his back to goal with 2 Hampton players around him, and ultimately he conceded a free kick. And Hampton have taken the free kick short, and they're building on their left now, as has been their wont. They now fire a long ball forward, but Hawkins wins the header, heads it over halfway, and Chucker can look to hold it up back to goal. How many times have we said that? He's gone to ground, but play continues, and Watkinson can give it wide to Alfie Williams on the left. It's come back with Bird inside his own half. Half an hour gone, Town leading by 1-0. Lennon Peake back in the starting lineup and back on the score sheet, his 3rd goal of the season after 17 minutes. Fierce shot from inside the area. And Hampton looking threatening, growing into the game. but that long ball from them has been taken on the chest by Stallard and then pumped long but fairly aimlessly, and it's gone out of play for a Hampton throw in their right back position. Any individuals caught your eye so far, John?
Probably, I think, there's been 3 standout players, particularly in Hampton, Richmond, Kia, Jallo, and I think it was Archie Taylor, and I think from our end, Chukwi's been putting a lot, he's been pushing himself forward.
This might break now for Hampton in the area, but really good marshalling there by Henry Hawkins, using his upper body strength, and Joe Wright's able to gather.
Yeah, I think the pressing game's been good as well, with Peak and Chukwu, Bailey and Ollie Knight there. I think sometimes we've been dropping, when we defend, it's like 5 at the back, 3 in the middle, and 1 or 2 dropping back from the front. It's like 5-3-2 when we defend, I've been noticing. And Ollie Knight's been covering for Stallard, so there's a good shape actually if they can keep this up.
Yeah, it's really interesting what's happening on the left, with Stallard not really pushing forward and Ollie Knight going forward instead. Town trying to build on the right. There's a neat interplay on the right. Might fall for Billy Leonard. Tries to fire in the cross, and Town have won a throw. Thought they might have got a corner there down on the far side, but it's a throw right down by the corner flag. Just over the half-hour mark, and Town leading by 1-0. A win tonight would take Town 5 points clear of the relegation zone, with 9 games left to play. And they have Hampton where they want them at the moment, with a throw in a very attacking position down by the corner flag on the right. It's taken short by Billy Leonard towards Chukwu, and he's wriggled away. Chukwu's it's got a full back. Oh, and it's a heavy touch there from Bailey Brown when the opportunity arose. Hawkins lobs the ball forward. Thompson now gets ahead in it, and Leonard can't quite clear that, keep that in play. Well, it was good work from Chukwu, and I think Zav Benjamin in the end popped up in the area, couldn't quite get the shot away. Town have had half chances, they've taken one of them, but not really so many clear-cut chances yet, as a Hampton player falls over. It was Revan who fell over, and he's given the ball away, but Hampton have regained it, and a neat back heel from Kia has allowed Taylor to sprint away, but his through ball is cut out by Thompson, puts it out of play, and it's a throw to Hampton. Couple of half chances there. As half an opportunity for Zav Benjamin for Enfield Town.
Yeah, he just seemed to couldn't get the shot away. It was a bit frustrating. It was a great opportunity. If he literally just had to hit it straight, and it would have been a goal. But it's good to create chances, so it's a much better performance.
In comes the cross from Taylor into the area of the Town, and Stallard gets the second clearance after the Town won the initial header, and now Chukwu will chase Revan back, and Revan's kept it in play, and Chukwu's won it off him down on the far side, the left, has pulled it back here for Ollie Knight. Ollie Knight tries to beat his man, he's tackled inside the area. It was a vital tackle. Might have had a shot. There was a defender right in front of him.
Yeah, great work by Chukwu again. He's probably, like I said, he's probably one of the better players. Really giving 100% on every defender. But yeah, Ollie Knight really should have got the shot away straight away rather than trying to beat the last defender.
Stallard's taken a throw up the line, the left for Town, but it's headed clear by Hampton. There's a scrap in front of the dugouts, and then Stallard plays it forward cleverly on the floor. Chukwu goes in strongly again. He's gone to his haunches. Chukwu looks a little winded, but he picks himself up, slaps hands with Kia, and gets on with it. And it's a throw to Hampton and Richmond in their right back position, deep inside their own half. Taken short by Taylor to Watkinson. Back with Watkinson again, deep inside his own territory still. There's a high press going on from Town. Lennon Peake giving chase now to Bird, and Williams for Hampton breaks forward on the left, comes infield to Watkinson. Hampton still inside their centre circle here, on a run of 1 win in their last 8. Hampton, and then a big switch, and Taylor's on the right. He's lobbed it into the area. Initial header comes out from Town, and then a free kick is given against Mickey Parcell, who challenged in the air with Jallo, and right on the edge of the area, right on the D, the free kick's been given against Parcell, and this is a dangerous position for Hampton to attack. The initial cross, there were calls for offside. I don't think it was, because the cross went in towards Taylor, who was arriving from deep, and he just lobbed the ball into the area. As it was cleared, Parcell arrived, made the aerial challenge. Free kick was given against Town. It's a really dangerous position. Alfie Williams is standing over it. He's not the only one. Hampton have a couple of players standing over it. It's 23, 25 yards maybe from goal. It's pretty central, slightly to the right of the D. Would favour a left footer. Alfie Williams has taken a step back. Town have 4 or 5 men in the wall. In comes the free kick now, straight into the wall. Second attempt comes in from Taylor, cleared again by Town, up towards the centre circle. The wall did its job there. It was a huge wall, all 6 foot plus in there. Hampton have lobbed it back towards the area. Thompson wins it again. Hampton come again on the left, trying to squeeze the ball through on the floor this time. It's right down by the corner flag, but the flag's gone up for offside. Good defending there by Town initially from the free kick, and then to clear and smother the following danger.
Yeah, so far the Town have coped well and smothered most chances. A couple of times they've had a good chance, but they've been offside. But yeah, they're still a decent side, Hampton Richmond, and they're going to definitely create some problems sooner or later. Especially they're bound to make a few changes at half time. Like I'm almost dreading having Mauro Villetti on just in case, because he's probably a good seasoned professional. But yeah, so far so good.
7 or 8 minutes till half time. It's still Enfield Town 1, Hampton and Richmond 0. Hampton have the ball inside their own half. There's a spot of rain falling now. It's with Jallow, and ball's got a lucky ricochet there of Taylor, and it's going to fall inside the area for Hampton. The rebound might still fall for Hampton, and another shot is charged down. Well, that stemmed from a pretty lucky ricochet as Town attempted to clear it, bounced off Taylor and then fortuitously into the path of Hampton, who put in a couple of shots. It very nearly fell for them. They're still on the attack. Here's Taylor again on the right, just over halfway, plays it forward to Keir, and Hawkins steps in to make the interception. It's Hampton almost getting lucky in front of goal there, but they've got to throw in front of the dugouts now, just inside halfway on the right. Taylor's giving it back to Bird to Wilkinson. Mike Wilkinson moves over halfway, links up with Iachifano, but Hampton have been forced back inside their own half. Just a light drizzle falling at the Dave Bryant Stadium as we approach half time. Merrick, goalkeeper, forces the ball up towards halfway. Hampton have just about kept it in play. Bounces off Stallard, goes out for a throw to Hampton, just inside the Town half on their right. Taylor takes it short. It's Rudy Allen now on the ball for Hampton on halfway. Gives it to Wilkinson. Now back to Bird. Hampton happy to play patiently. They've really grown into this game in this first half, looking more dangerous without really fashioning a clear chance and goal. But Town have stepped in, and Parcell seems to have been caught late there, but plays continued. I think it's Parcell who's writhing on the floor, but plays carries on, and Nointed Chiku's done well. They're skipped away from 2 players, tried to feed it in to Peak, but Revan's cleared up for Hampton, and then their goalkeeper Max Merrick has only been able to shove the ball out of play for a throw. Play's now got to stop because Parcell was flattened there, and he's still on his haunches, on his knees in fact, on the halfway line. Gets involved, doesn't he, Parcell? Gets himself in the wars.
Oh, totally. But to be honest, I think that was an actual foul as well then. And for Mickey to stay down, it must have hurt. So, yeah, cautious about the referee already. But, I'll give him some slack. Let's see how he performs the rest of the match.
To throw to Town, an attacking position on the left, about 25 yards from the corner flag. Stallard takes it in towards Brown, and then the ball ricochets off Brown, and it's gone out for a goal kick to Hampton. Town leading by 1-0. 5 minutes to the break. The goal coming on 17 minutes from the right foot off Lennon Peak, restored to the starting lineup today because Sam Youngs is missing. His partner having just given birth yesterday. So no Youngs today. But Town so far not missing his goals. Lennon Peake stepped up to the plate. Hampton are trying to work the goal kick short. They're yet to emerge from their penalty area. They do now. It's with Williams on the far side there left. He's forced Enfield. Hampton trying to build with shorter passes, whereas their play at the beginning of the game was very much epitomised by long balls up the pitch. They've tried to switch play now and done so fairly aimlessly. It's gone out of play, and Town have a throw right on halfway on the left. Charlie Stallard will leave it for Henry Hawkins, and the Town fans find their voice again in what is the 100th game in charge for Gavin McPherson, the Town manager. Can he celebrate it with a win that would take Town 5 points clear of the relegation zone until Saturday at least? Hawkins takes the throw up the line looking for Chuku. It's Hampton heading it, but it's fallen for Peake, who's dribbled mazily and then won a free kick. Really quick feet there from Lennon Peake, back to goal. Reminiscent of Lucas Moore all those years ago for Tottenham against Ajax, with the quick feet, one touch, weaving in and out of defenders.
Hopefully be more consistent than him. I can resist, but yeah, it was really good close control, quick feet, and he's going to take the free kick now.
It's a free kick in a dangerous position for Town. It's on the left, only 5 yards in from the touchline, but it's about 30 yards from goal, so Town are able to put the big men forward just inside the edge of the area on the right. In comes the free kick from the left, in towards the heads. Merritt comes through it, catches and then drops. Hampton clear up towards halfway. Parcell gets a foot on it, and the Town player is down inside the area, trying to make out who that is. I think it's Ollie Knight, yeah. He's not the biggest, I'm surprised he was competing. It might be Charlie Stallard, possibly. Play will stop anyway. He's got himself to his feet. It is Charlie Stallard. I don't think there was a foul. It was just stopped because of a head injury, so there'll be some sort of uncontested drop ball, I imagine, to restart play. Final 3 or 4 minutes of the game. Bernie Tanner's emerged in front of us up in the press area. Yeah. Bernie Tanner, 8 appearances for Town this season, 1 goal. Brilliant goal, as I recall, as well, earlier this season against Slough. 20-yard volley, something like that. Hampton have restarted play with a long ball, and it's allowed to drift all the way through to Joe Wright. He'll take that happily enough. What do you think will be Town manager Gavin McPherson's sentiments at half-time then, as we approach?
I think it'd be more of the same. They haven't really done anything wrong, and most things right. I think closing down, you've got to keep that up, closing them down when they get possession, because they obviously find that hindrance, and they don't seem, it just breaks down their play, which is really puts in our favour.
Hampton have launched another long ball forward. Hawkins watches it bounce, then puts a head on it, but the flag has gone up. Town players a little irritated with the assistant referee there for flagging quite so late, but the flag came eventually, so all's well that ends well, and Joe Wright will take a free kick. I assume there'll be a minute or two of added time. There's now been a couple of stoppages, primarily for Town players going down. Town leading by 1-0. Lennon Peake with it after 17 minutes. Joe Wright takes the free kick now, deep into Hampton territory. Brown does well, feeds the ball out towards Knight, but Revan's able to clear up for Hampton, and then a short triangle allows Hampton to, gave them the opportunity to get the ball out of play, but they haven't done, and now the ref stopped play because the Town player is injured, and in fact the trainer's been called on. I think it's Bailey Brown who went to ground. Gives me a chance to remind all listeners that every remaining Town game, home and away, will be commentated on. Now, Wi-Fi allowing, I suppose, for the away grounds, but that's the plan. Every remaining Town game in this battle for survival, all 9 games after tonight, you'll be able to hear commentary here, starting with Truro on Saturday here at the Dave Bryant. So tune in for that one, 10 to 3. And Town will be pretty happy with how things have gone so far. How do you sum up this first half as we wait for Bailey Brown to recover?
It's been a really good half, and it's you can show they've gained in confidence, and they feel Enfield Town feel as though they fit in this division now. This at the beginning of the season, it was like this small fish in a big pond sort of thing. Now getting to medium-sized fish at the moment, put it that way, that analogy. But they're doing really well, and Towners should be proud of the team and the fans as well, and special thanks as well to the Beavers fans over there, been making the way. A horrible journey with the traffic coming that way as well, so credit to them. Been making a little bit of noise, not so many of them, but ardent fans. This is what you love about non-league football, really. It's the fans and the characters.
Yeah, there's not many of them, but credit to them. They've made the trip, and it is a long way. Town have a really good contingent behind the Jenner Timber ends tonight. They'll all switch ends at the break. Players finally restarted with an uncontested drop ball, and Merrick, the Hampton goalkeeper, is able to bring it forward. It's with Rudy Allen at the heart of midfield. He tries to spray the ball forward, but Stallard watches it all the way onto his boot. Parcell gives it neatly to Knight. Stallard then lobs it forward, but it's out of play. 2 added minutes have been signalled by the referee, or the fourth official, I should say. So we're into that now. Hampton have a throw on halfway, and they've had to force it backwards. Chook is going to put pressure on that, and Revan's forced to clear the ball up towards halfway, and it's gone out of play for a throw to Town. Right on halfway, on the left is Town attack. They'll be satisfied, I think, with this, not necessarily overjoyed. Town certainly started the stronger the first 15 minutes or so, got the goal, but since then it's been a bit more even.
Yeah, it's been like phases of play, really. It is quite an even game. I think definitely a second goal is needed to win this match, because they're capable of scoring any time as well.
And Brown's breaking into the area on the left here. It's going to fall for Lennon Peake right down by the corner flag on the left. He tries to cut back inside, not got room for a cross just yet. He's twisting and turning. The ball's gone out of play, and the ref gives Town a throw. Good play there from Brown initially, and then from Lennon Peake. And Peake's going to leave the ball for Charlie Stallard, who, as I've remarked before, does have an effortless long throw. And this might be just the moment, the final added minute in the first half. This might be just the moment for him to test that quality. He has it in his locker, but is he going to throw short instead? In he comes now, feigns initially, and then effortlessly chucks it into the area, but no one read that, and it's allowed to bounce straight through unchallenged to Merrick after I gave it all the big build up there. And Hampton can now break over halfway, although Williamson, having initially lost his footing, does well to recover. And good pressure there from Billy Leonard, and then from Bailey Brown. And Hampton don't like being pressed in possession, noticed. Revan now gives it back, and the half-time whistle goes. That's a pretty satisfactory first half for Town. They lead by 1-0. The goal coming after 17 minutes from Lennon Peake, back in the starting lineup due to the absence of Sam Youngs. Final thoughts on that first half, John?
That was a really good half. Not many clear-cut chances for Hampton and Richmond, and I think they held their own and probably edged it, deserved the lead. But basically, they had most dangerous chances. Thing is, second half, we can't relax. You've got to keep that pressing style, and they're really struggling to cope with that pressing and getting caught in possession, Hampton. So we've got to keep more of the same, and we'll be all right. Thanks
very much for that, John. As I say, the score at half-time is 1-0. The players are trooping off. We shall go silent for the half-time interval. The microphone will stay on, so you'll hear some background noise, but the commentary will stop. Rejoin us in, I'd say, probably about 13 minutes' time, so just after 9:15, maybe about 8:47, 8:48, something like that. Join us for the second half, but until then, I leave you with the half-time score of Enfield Town 1, Hampton and Richmond Borough 0.
Oh, yeah.
thought that lane was going to be.
No, it's only because I think it's the Willow Road.
Yeah, I think it's from the roundabout. Sorry, come on. Okay, it's the middle of the avenue. Again, isn't it? I think they'll put traffic lights there. They can't shut the car. They can't car road there.
Well, the bus is 19 version.
Are they?
191 buses are going. You know where they're
Down Baker Street.
up Tennis That's what it said on the bus.
You can't get that bloody bus up there. I've never been to one.
191 is using Parsons Lane.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Then the one but the little bus
Yeah. Using tennis. Yeah, I can understand that. I was going to say, trying to get a double deck down. It's bad enough trying to get a car down Tenniswood Road.
Oh yeah. When you get why not? And then turn
Got anyone here with us?
I'm the official. It's the second time. So the guy that walked Grizzly had 15 minutes. It's horrible, isn't it?
Understand where?
Mine was 86. It keeps happening.
Yeah.
But we can't come in. But I'm sure it was 18. Anyway.
Right.
We thought we're not sure who is giving those scores to the official. We thought it was job, you know. It's not job. It doesn't have anything to do with it. There's someone here that's like an official from the league.
Is it the fourth official?
It might be the fourth official. Absolutely, yeah, it could be the fourth official.
Right.
No, the scores of the upcoming.
Everybody listens.
Class 1 Slough nil, Cheshire nil, Tunbridge nil, Chippenden nil, Truro, Enfield 1, Borough nil, Bournemouth 1, Maidstone and Dorking nil, Torquay and Salisbury 1-1.
Oh no!
Weymouth and Western Superman
We'll see.
Three have equalised.
Right, what do you think? Do they know where you live?
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
But they don't even know where you live. And that's it, they don't know where you live, so don't worry about it.
Salisbury have equalised. Yeah, Salisbury have equalised.
Sorry, I'm losing every
There was, yeah.
Torquay one. Torquay will be. You don't want to talk even get points, do we? Yeah, brilliant. Yeah. Really right, good team.
And the Borough. And I'll have a word with them. I'll double threat them back.
Massive, great big score, more than one end.
I'll threaten them. I'll threaten them. I'll go to the police.
They brought one.
Continue harassment
Start in the
alarm.
second half. Completely changed the game. A neutral probably would have said the play was deserved to score.
Right, I'll do that.
How many times we said it here? No, really good day actually. Coach down, right, coach coming round.
They're scam company.
Now,
They should know something.
we had a really good turnout.
But they haven't got your address or nothing. They can't do nothing. But if they keep on harassing you like that, I'll give them the bill. They're doing it in the best skill. And training is called harassment, distress and alarm, and I'll go to the police with it. And they'll see. Deal with it.
No, it's always changing, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. No, the plan really well.
Just go to the police and report it. Get a bribe ready. Go to them. They are. They'll go to the police. It's not bad.
Jimmy, they're not good, huh?
Yeah, rather than leave than the Champions League.
No, I mean, they
Yeah.
the picture looks so
It does look okay, yeah.
Once a week.
It's only got less goals on it.
And I usually do two shots.
Yeah.
So I've got to show them and I'll be challenged. Yeah, and then keep staying at 14 Premier League.
Yeah, that's anyway, yeah.
Yeah, well, the game goes back off until 5:30 anyway. But the time, the game finishes about 7:30. And then we go back in and get more hospitality anyway. We're not going to get out of the way on the ground until about 9 o'clock.
and then we're still be showing
We're so used to seeing a bigger crowd. Yeah.
I've just remind me of the and then, you know, I'll say that dopey is right below me in my flats. You know, I'll say to you, he goes out at 4 o'clock in the morning, he runs about, scuttles about, walks about, and everything. He goes to the Sainsbury's, he runs over there and runs back. He's on the same bus coming back from Enfield town station, that's in my flat. Right, lovely way, how do you like? It's only not about 3-4 minutes on the bus, yeah. He's in a mobility scooter. No, she said to him on the bus, you don't think that mobility scooter, I could do with it. He said, yeah, you definitely could. I said, oh, he didn't smoke. He said, there's some music about it. Wakey wakey, so that was right in front of him on the bus.
Probably had moan at them or something.
Hang on. I don't think I have to restart this yet, actually, because they're doing half time. Yeah, actually.
Yeah. So, I reckon so. He said at the moment, not last
He won't breathe in, really
it's pretty good. He said it's not low, but it's pretty good. They still ain't open.
Eric, how's your wife?
Yeah, mate, it's like it's a dessert, you know, the manager's probably had a go at
Back on air anyway. You good to go?
Yeah.
Good evening. Welcome back to the Dave Bryant Stadium. The players have just emerged in preparation for the start of the second half. It's Enfield Town 1, Hampton and Richmond Borough 0. Really interestingly, the Hampton and Richmond Borough players came out a good 2 minutes before the Town players. They all came out with the look of a troop who'd had a bit of a flea between the ears and been given a bit of a telling off. And they've been out early. They've gone through their shuttle runs and stretches and sprints, and they're still being put through their paces by a fitness coach on the pitch here. They're doing all manner of warm-ups. So they've been out on the pitch a good 2 minutes already. Town players have only just emerged. A little bit of admin. The attendance today is 603. Many of whom are now gathered behind the Hertfordshire Zoo end, which Town will be attacking. Quickly run through the Town team. I don't think there have been any changes. It's Joe Wright in goals, Av Benjamin, Adam Thompson, Henry Hawkins at the back. The captain, Mickey Parcell and Bailey Brown in front of the back three. Charlie Stallard left wing back. Billy Leonard right wing back. And then Lennon Peake and Ollie Knight behind Anointed Chukwu. And Hampton and Richmond have Max Merrick, Mike Atkinson, Lachlan Bird, Josh Kia, Ibrahim Jallo, Joe Yachifano, Archie Taylor, Rudy Allen, their captain Dominic Revan, Joey Wiltshire and Alfie Williams. And the ref is Daniel Baines. Town will kick us off for the second half, leading by 1-0, courtesy of Lennon Peake. And we are off and underway. Parcell has knocked the ball backwards to Thompson. He's smashed the ball long into the Hampton area. Spot of head tennis ensues. Watkinson flicks it on. Kia lobs it forward. Thompson gets the head on it. Agricultural clearance from Stallard, but held up now. Back to goal by Chukwu, and then he sprays it wide left, and Knight can clear it into the area. It's got a fall for Chukwu. Right foot. Can he get a shot away? Oh, it's blocked. And then cleared by Hampton. There was half an opportunity there for Chukwu. Just couldn't sort at his feet quickly enough. And the ball is loose for Benjamin on halfway. And flicked around the corner cleverly by Parcell for Billy Leonard, wide on the right here, down by the touchline, floats across into the area, but Merrick gathers. Half an opportunity earlier there for Anointed Chukwu. John, what did you make of that?
Yeah, it's a bright start, and he just couldn't get the shot go off properly, and he just, mishit it really in the end, and but he's done well to get in that spot, creating a lot of havoc in their box.
Town already within a minute of the second half starting have had a cross from both sides, one from Billy Leonard on the right, one from Ollie Knight on the left. It's perhaps a sign of intent, things to come. Hampton, though, are in possession, and then a really good interception from Billy Leonard. Then a challenge from Bailey Brown. He's caught late, but play continues because Chuku's in possession, trying to feed it through for Billy Leonard. He's slightly overhit it, and it's out of play for a goal kick. Player's going to be... Well, it can't be brought back. A goal kick's been given, but yellow card is belatedly given for that challenge on Bailey Brown. It absolutely flattened him. I think it was Mike Atkinson who went flying in with a challenge. It was indeed. So, yellow card for Atkinson in the heart of the Hampton midfield, and Hampton have restarted the goal kick, and they're building from the back now, but they're under pressure. It's a very intense press at the start of the second half from Town. It's now with Lachlan Bird, and he tries to spray a ball forward, but Thompson reads it, clears it straight back, and Chuku takes it down brilliantly, lays it into the path of Bailey Brown on the right. Brown holds it up, beats two players, does well, cuts in field now, gives it to Chuku. He's got two up against him as well, and he can only give it to Kia. Good battling there from Town players, but Hampton have emerged with it. Kia now spreading it wide right, looking for Jallow on the far side. He's kept it in play, he's twisting and turning, he's got a Taylor on the overlap, and the cross is blocked. It's gone for a throw to Hampton right down by the corner flag. Lively start from both sides here. Hampton with a throw now, chance for them to exert pressure for the first time in this half. In comes the throw, it's short to Jallow, then played in feed to Rudy Allen on the far side, the right as Hampton attack. They're trying to fashion room for a cross. In it comes now, it's deep, and as a spectator walks past me in untimely fashion, it obscures the view, but safe to say the ball went out of play before curling back in, and it will be a goal kick to Town. Joe Wright making his 100th appearance here for Enfield Town. In this his second spell, 95 appearances in his first spell.
Was it 17 or 18?
And
We've got 18, but
18.
Joe Wright
17.
will take a goal kick here. This is his 100th appearance.
He's got 17.
I know.
Looking for his first clean sheet of his second appearance. The ball's held up there by Lennon Peake and cleared by Taylor. Diving header by Mickey Parcell. It's given to Billy Leonard on the right. Billy Leonard getting down to the byline, tries to squeeze the cross in. It's cut out by Hampton. It was Bird who cut it out, but then won back well by Leonard. Peake, nice Cruyff turn to beat his man, then wins the throw. And Town have a throw level with the edge of the area on the right. And there's all sorts of revelry and noise going on around me, but safe to say that Town have a throw level with the edge of the area on the right. Billy Leonard will take it. 4 minutes into the second half. Leonard takes the throw into the area. Brown manages to hold it up, stabs it back to Leonard, gets the cross in Leonard, but it's too close to the goalkeeper Merrick. Leonard's put in a few crosses, but a lot of them have been within catching distance of the goalkeeper today.
Yeah, he's got really fast feet though, and but yeah, it's been too easy for Merrick. I think he's the loan signing from Chelsea, isn't he, since January, under 21. Yeah, haven't really posed a threat, but sooner or later, I'm sure he will.
Yeah, as long as it stays 1-0 for sure. Xavier Benjamin stepped in really well there, gives it back to Thompson. He fires it first time up the line, but that will be easy for the aforementioned Merrick to gather. As you say, Merrick on loan from Chelsea, replacing Ted Curd, their previous goalkeeper, who was also on loan from Chelsea. He was an England under-19 international, recalled by Chelsea, who promptly made up for it by loaning Max Merrick to Hampton instead. So a bit of a breeding ground for Chelsea goalkeepers at the moment. And they've got themselves into trouble here. Hampton trying to play out from the back. It's Bailey Brown with a shot, and it's saved by Merrick and wide for a corner. Brown shooting from about 20 yards out, just outside the D, after Town did really well with the high press, robbing possession from Hampton as they tried to play out from the back. Playing out from the back, I don't think it works at any level, John.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was really good and bright start. Looks like they want to finish this game off, I think, the way Enfield are playing at the moment. And it's going to be a corner, and let's hope they put some pressure on the keeper and not make it too easy for him when the corners come in.
It will be Billy Leonard from the right. But there will be the inevitable pause as the ref blows his whistle and has a little conflab with the protagonists in the middle. They're all in the 6-yard box, by the way. Town have 2 men right on the goal line, 2 more on the penalty spot and 2 more outside the area. Billy Leonard stands over the ball, raises his right arm, left-footed, takes it in towards the penalty area, but it's headed clear by Hampton, pretty much by the first man really. However, good pressure there from Zav Benjamin on Hampton, forcing them backwards. Hampton are then forced to play a long ball up to halfway. Keir then injects a bit of calmness into proceedings, gives it wide right to Taylor. Taylor playing it up the line. Hampton trying to break from the right, but Hawkins did really well to read that. He then lobbed the ball up to halfway, but Hampton have intercepted, played it fairly aimlessly, and it will roll through for Joe Wright. On track for the first clean sheet of his second spell here today. 5 appearances into his second spell. Makes it 100 overall, and it's also 100 appearances for Gavin McPherson, the town manager today. 100, not appearances, 100 games managed. Chuka did well there to win the header from Wright's goal kick, but Hampton have cleared it up towards halfway, and then stabbed clear by Parcell, but he's overhit that, and that's through to Merrick in the Hampton goal. And 7 minutes into the second half, it remains Enfield Town 1, Hampton and Richmond Borough 0. It's with Williams playing another dangerous game, trying to play out from the back. He's forced to give it back to Merrick because of the press there from Billy Leonard. It's with Merrick. Merrick lobs the ball up towards halfway. Benjamin came crashing in. The ball's broken, however, for Hampton, and then a free kick is given for a pretty innocuous challenge. Don't know if the free kick was given against Parcell or Benjamin there, but either way, soft one, yeah. Taken short, and Atkinson has it on halfway. Dribbles forward now on the left, gives it back for Keir. Keir's immediately closed down by Bailey Brown. Really good intensity and energy in the middle here by Town in this second half. Hampton look to spread the ball wide right. Appeals of handball against Jalla there. Plays allowed to continue. Keir takes up possession halfway. Fair to say a degree of surprise about that decision, John?
I really can't believe that one. It's like he's about 100 metres away. We can see it's a handball.
Hampton on the attack on the left with Williams. Fed infield to Keir, left corner of the area. Right-footed spray across the area, but Stallard got there first and then kicked it high rather than far. Bouncing ball on the far side, the left for Town, and Stallard makes up for the early mistake. Gets a second clearance in, but it's back with Rudy Allen for Hampton, combining with Taylor on the right, halfway inside the Town half. He's forced backwards though. Good pressure, good discipline from Town as well. They're holding their positions and then pressing when the moment's right. Hampton are forced to play these long balls forward, and Town are snatching them, and Parcells lobbed the ball forward there. It's something for Billy Leonard to chase on the right, and he's done really well there. He's won the ball from his man, and he's beaten his man on the far side. Birds got back though to cover as the ball gone out of play. Birds managed to keep it in, giving it to Williams. Williams plays the ball up the line, but Parcell intercepts. Town doing well here, winning the second balls. Parcell tries to give that up the line to Billy Leonard, but Bird steps in for Hampton, and then under pressure I suppose, just dribble the ball out of play, and it's another throw for Town. Not got a round of applause from Gavin McPherson. Really good intensity here from Town this second half.
Oh, the intensity and pressing is great. Like you said, they hold their formation, then press, and it's creating a lot of problems for Hampton Richmond.
Yeah, Town trying to force the ball forward again. Their Peak hooking the ball over his head, but that's going to be allowed to trickle out of play. And 10 minutes into the second half, Hampton have a goal kick. It's still 1-0 to Town. It's evenly poised, but Town really showing good commitment and appetite for this one. And Hampton, to their credit I suppose, are determined to keep playing out from the back. They were passing side. Merrick's giving it to the giant Aussie Lachlan Bird. Looks like a fast bowler, the Australian, playing at the heart of defence. And the Town press works again. Brown's pressure allows Parcell to step in. He's giving it to Lennon Peake on the right. Peake, delicious cross into the area. It's headed clear by Hampton initially, and then Williams completes the clearance. Only as far as Parcell's picking up everything in front of the centre circle. Now it's with Lennon Peake again. Left-footed cross. Again, it's a bit too close to the goalkeeper, who's able to gather and then rolls it out. Peake's taken up station on this right flank for much of this second half, as Hampton now take possession with Jallow on the far side, the right for them. He's forced backwards to Taylor. Infield it goes, and back it comes to Lachlan Bird, the centre back, inside his own half for Hampton. 11 minutes gone in the second half. Enfield Town 1, Hampton and Richmond Borough 0. Lennon Peake with a goal in the first half as Williams slaps the ball forward, and not the best header from Hawkins, but that offside flag has gone up. And Hawkins did get a shove in his defence as well there. So it'll be a free kick to Town inside their own half. Gavin McPherson will start to think about substitutions. He's got Oyenuga, Bates, Casimou on the bench, and also the new boys, Nathan Tormey and Harry Sidwell. What sorts of changes do you anticipate Gavin might be contemplating, John?
I think it depends on the way the game pans out, really, but you possibly could see Casimou there for fresh legs up front.
Brown squeezed it through brilliantly to Billy Leonard down by the right corner flag. Leonard tries to get the cross in, it's blocked, and Town have their second corner of the game. And again, it will be on the right as they attack. It will be Billy Leonard stepping across to take. The new ball is being claimed, in fact. Lennon Peake's going to take it. And Town have again put a man, two men right on the goalkeeper, and looks like Bailey Brown is having a bit of a head-to-head with the goalkeeper there in the penalty area. There's a bit of pushing and jostling right on the 6-yard box, right on the goal line almost. But play will continue. Sure, the referee will have his beady eye on that one. Peake raises one arm, steps up, left-footed, delivers towards the back post. Keeper flaps a little bit, out it comes, and the shot is squirted over. It was Ollie Knight, couldn't quite angle his body and get on top of the volley there, and the ball just spun off his shin a little bit and then went into the Town fans behind Max Merrick's goal. Worth a try there from Ollie Knight, but didn't quite get the technique quite right.
Yeah, it was definitely worth a try. Kind of mishit it, but it's interesting they're putting pressure on Merrick all the time, every set piece and corners particularly. So, I thought it was an attack for a minute, but it's gone back into the middle of the play, and I think we get a couple of substitutions by Hampton and Richmond in a moment.
Well done, Town.
Town on their front foot again. The ball's been lofted forward towards the left. Bailey Brown gives chase. Revan gets a foot in it initially. Knight's there to pick up, tries to play it forward to Brown again, but the flag's gone up against Anointed Chicker on the far side. And Hampton, are they going to make their substitutions now? They've got two substitutes ready and waiting, one of whom is Maro Villette. And Xander Siziba is also being readied. Two forwards.
Number 28 is Xander Siziba coming on.
Xander Siziba is coming on. Joe Yachefano is going off.
Joe Sigonatano.
And Maro Villette, the Hampton top scorer with 10 goals, he's coming on.
And also coming off is Ibrahim Talon.
And Ibrahim Jallo's going off as well. He was quite lively in the early stages of the game at least. So two attacking subs, two fresh pairs of legs for Hampton and Richmond. Yeah, pretty much like for like. Siziba has 2 goals to his name, but only arrived on loan from York in February. Tottenham Hotspur youth player, Siziba, so obviously a fine pedigree. Town have a throw high up the left as they attack, and there's a scramble down by the corner flag on the far side. The ball's emerged from Bailey Brown. He chips the ball into the area just over the bar. Not sure if that was a cross. I think it was a shot. I think he tried to pick out the far corner. Bit too much elevation, but a good effort there from Bailey Brown.
Yeah, Bailey Brown's had a couple of half chances, and I think our fans are holding on to the ball behind the goal, delaying the goal kick being taken. But the referee, of course, will add the time on.
Yeah, he's popular, Max Merrick, with the Town fans. He's getting serenaded and not having the ball returned to him. Zav Benjamin steps in there, does really well to make the interception, but can't quite keep it in. And Hampton have a throw deep inside their own half on the left. Be Williams to take it for them. Takes it short, but Chuka's done really well. Nice Zidane-style pirouette there, and then knocks it infield to Bailey Brown. Those two combining really well, and Brown wins the free kick. Free kick to Town, about 15-20 yards inside the Hampton half on the right. 7 or 8 yards in from the touchline. Chance to lob the ball into the edge of the area and make some mischief. Ollie Knight will take it left-footed. Town mixing up their set-piece takers tonight. Knight will take it left-footed. In it comes. It's a good header. Oh, it's offside anyway. It was Hawkins. Hawkins, I think, broke too early, and that's why, presumably, he got the free header in. Could only glance it wide anyway, and it's a free kick to the Hampton and Richmond goalkeeper Merrick, who gets serenaded by the Town fans as he takes. Town win the aerial battle on halfway. Hampton just forced the ball forward. Sentiment around me seems to be that Town could do with a second goal here to secure things. They're on the back foot slightly here as Hampton tried to keep the ball in play on the far side to the right. Brown gets a foot in and Town are able to stab it clear. It's only as far as a Hampton player. Hampton trying to break down the right again. Hawkins has got his eye on that. The ball is edged back to Joe Wright, who waits for a Hampton player to arrive before picking up. And no danger accrues. Just over the hour mark now. 63 minutes gone. Enfield Town 1. Hampton and Richmond Borough 0. Town fans in good voice. Lennon Peake with the goal in the first half, but Town could do with a second to secure this. Chuka wasn't able to hold on to that one. Hampton have cleared, but that's going to go harmlessly through to Joe Wright in the Town goal. Wright in no particular rush. Spins the ball out and then kicks from the floor. Up over halfway. Parcell forces it forwards. Brown having a good game here in the centre of midfield. Turns his man. Crashes into a second man, but Hampton come away with the ball. Archie Taylor trying to break down the right. Another long ball is played forward by Hampton, but once again that would be easy for Joe Wright to pick up. Gavin McPherson, I can see the Town manager gesticulating on the touchline, trying to point some instructions to his players as Joe Wright clears well over halfway. Chuka can't quite hold that one up. Atkinson picks it up, sprays it wide left, but that's overhit. And that's going to go out of play for a Town throw in the right back position, deep inside their own half. "19 minutes gone in the second half." How are you seeing the game pan out so far in this second half, John?
It's been an impressive start to the second half. Enfield Town have been the more dominant team, and very few breaks from Hampton and Richmond. Just hopefully it'll continue like this, but you know they can score in any second though, so we've got to get that second goal.
Parcell sprayed the ball forward for Lennon Peake on the right. He's trying to work some space outside the area here, lays it back to Billy Leonard. Leonard's forced back to Parcell, takes a touch to control. Tried to find Leonard again, but pass is intercepted, and now the ball's played forward by Hampton. Hawkins has to keep an eye on his man here on the left. It's laid back towards Williams. It's going to be picked up by Atkinson, for Hampton. Back with Atkinson again. Rolls a foot over the ball. Hampton working this well. Still in possession, but Town maintaining their discipline. They've forced Hampton all the way back to halfway. Hampton will go again. Here's Keir in the centre circle. Spreads it wide right. Taylor. Got a bit of space here to work. Here's the substitute, Ziba. Trying to move in field. It's going to come to Keir again. Deep inside Town territory. He's forced wide right. Taylor thinks about a cross. Now puts a cross in towards the area. Town player gets there first. Town appeal for a free kick. Peake lobs the ball up to halfway. Play continues. Bird being chased down by Chuku. Bird's done well, but he's overhit his pass, and Chuku's pressure there paying off once again. Really strong press from all over the pitch, but particularly from anointed Chuku.
Yeah, I mean, Chukwu's put in a great performance. He's tried to fight for every ball, and he created that pressure, made them make a mistake and kick the ball out. So it's been pretty good, but interesting to see what substitutions Town might make in the end. But he's run his heart out, Chuck Wu, and Bailey Brown in the middle of the pitch, done great well. Great technique for a tall player as well.
Lennon Peaks applying the press again as the ball goes back to Max Merrick. He's going to have to hurry, falls as he clears, and that gets a cheer from the Town faithful. And Town have picked it up on halfway. But a misplaced pass slightly there by Stallard. Ball's gone out of play, and Hampton got a throw inside their own half on the right. Halfway through the second half then, approaching the halfway mark of the second half. Town leading by 1-0. Revan in possession for Hampton inside his own half, tries to play a long ball but gives it straight to Billy Leonard. It's an awkward bounce, but Leonard's done well, lobbed it forward. Bailey Brown takes on his chest, tries to turn, but Kia, who's been brilliant in the middle of midfield, has stolen it off him. Zav Benjamin then does really well to get in front of his man, shoves his man down and then wins the throw brilliantly. Great battling there from Zav Benjamin. Just shoved his opponent out of the way like it wasn't there, then slammed the ball into him to win the throw. Good stuff from Zav Benjamin.
Yeah, definitely gritted his teeth there and went for it. Only one man was going to win that.
Town again chasing the back passes. Chuck is chasing it. Merrick's under pressure here, just about clears it. He's playing with fire, the Hampton goalkeeper Max Merrick. He likes to receive his back passes and then take a touch or two before clearing, and Chiku, Peak and Chums are all over it. Hampton will build from the back again. It's Williams, and then a late challenge from Parcell catches the tricky Kia, and the ref's going to go over and have a word. Parcell and Kia, who would have been teammates last season. Kia making 8 appearances for Town last season with 2 goals. But he's looked fantastic tonight, I've got to say. Very technically gifted player. Hampton have restarted inside their own half. Revan's given it to Taylor. Taylor's up against Lennon Peake, and I wonder how much longer Peake will play. This is his first start since returning from injury. He's made a couple of sub-appearances, but this is his first start. Hampton over on the attack. Williams outside the area on the left as Hampton attack. He's given it to Villette, top goal scorer for Hampton. Now it's with Williams, low cross into the area, easily swept clear by Town, up towards halfway where Chuku is battling with Bird, but Chuku can't quite beat off 3 Hampton players, and Kia has found Wilkinson in the left corner of the area for Hampton, trying to get the cross in. Benjamin comes across to block, but the ball's gone out of play for Hampton's second corner of the game, their first of the second half. And they've brought about maybe 15-20 supporters, and they've burst into voice prompted by the award of that corner. It's a corner for Hampton on the left as they attack. They've only got the one man on the goalkeeper, and everyone else is, well, a couple more on the edge of the 6-yard box, more on the edge of the area. In comes the corner, it's deep, in comes the header, and it's wide off goal. Referee takes his time before awarding a goal kick. I'm not sure he knew what he was doing there. The ref took an age, looked at his assistant, neither of them knew, and they just erred on the side of safety and gave the ball to Enfield Town. Town perhaps got away with one there.
Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be a corner, if I'm quite honest. But, the referee made a great decision there. I think you don't want to read the wrath of the commentator, moaning at him, I guess. But no, it was. I'm glad we got the goal kick.
Goal kick's been taken by Wright, and little scramble ensues in midfield, and Kia wriggles away brilliantly there, but then gives the ball away. Played it straight into Ollie Knight. Back with Kia in midfield, but this time he's tackled by Parcell. Peake plays it forward after Bailey Brown's layoff, and he attempted to find Chuku, but Hampton cut it out. Adam Thompson steals him well. Here's Villette, and then Thompson gets him well again, gives Villette a little bit of afters as well. Hampton now trying to break on the right, but Hawkins should be able to see that through all the way to Joe Wright, and he will take his time before picking up. And with 20 minutes to go, it remains Enfield Town 1, Hampton and Richmond Borough 0. Town have a couple of substitutes getting ready now. They've got their shirts on, one of whom will be Harry Sidwell of the Sidwell clan. His father, Steve Sidwell, played for Reading and Chelsea. I think he made an England appearance as well. Lennon Peaks hooks the ball over his head. It's something for Chuku to chase on the left outside the area, down by the corner flag. He's held it up well, under pressure from 2, giving it back to Brown. Now it's with Knight. In comes the cross. It's towards Peak. Brown tries to keep it alive, but Hampton clear up towards the centre circle. Hawkins does well to get ahead on that high ball. It'll drop for Taylor. Hampton building from the back, short into play. They've done well there to work their way out of trouble. Into the final 20, here's Kia in central midfield for them in the centre circle where he always is. Now it's with Alfie Williams, left-footed cross swung into the area high. Hawkins keeps his eye on it, gets ahead on it, and Stallard will come across to effect the clearance all the way up the pitch. And Peak had a bit more time than that. He could have tried to bring it down. He tried a fancy flick, and Hampton have been able to clear the ball. It's gone back with Merrick. He's pumped it up towards Villette, but Brown's risen well. That should be easy enough for Thompson. First time clearance up the right for him. Bird wins the ball, but the flag's gone up and it's going to be a free kick to Hampton and Richmond. And Town have got a pause to make the substitution. Bailey Brown's going off. Harry Sidwell, on loan from AFC Wimbledon, he's coming on for his debut. What have you made of Bailey Brown's performance then, John?
I think he put a really good shift in. He was a talented player. He's got a lot of skill for a tall player, and he reads the game well, distributes the ball well. I think he had a great performance.
I think that's possibly, I'm not sure who it is coming on because he's wearing, there might be another substitution coming on imminently, but for the time being we'll just keep an eye on Harry Sidwell, who's presumably going to slot into central midfield. Here he is, winning his first tackle, and he's gone all the way up to Anointed Chuku. He lays it back to Parcell. Parcell has tried to lob it forward first time towards the running Peak. It was cut out by Hampton, but Sidwell then found Knight and it's overrun. And Max Merrick can pick it up in the Hampton goal. A couple of impressive early touches though from Sidwell. Good to see. Wait and see how he takes to the game because it's quite a high tempo to slot into for his debut. Hampton trying to build from the back. Here's Atkinson for them. Now Revan. It's gone wide right. Hampton lob a long ball forward on the right. Hawkins gets there first, but the ball's come loose. Long range effort comes in. Joe Wright got down quickly to save. The ball's cleared all the way up to the centre circle. Williams will pick it up for Hampton. There's a long range effort there from about 25 yards out on the right. That flew in for Wright to save, but Williams has got possession again for Hampton. Thompson's cleared, however. Sidwell, neat turn, looked for a teammate rather than just clearing. That teammate was Leonard, but he's given it away to Atkinson, and Hampton just upping the pressure ever so slightly here. Town struggling to clear their lines. In comes the cross from Hampton into the area. It's going to fall for Villette on the far side, but it's allowed to drift beyond the area. Villette still got it down by the left corner flag for Hampton onto his right foot. High cross tossed in, and Joe Wright gathers, then drops to the floor. Wright's looked competent today. He's dealt with everything that's come his way.
He's done pretty good so far, and that was the best shot aimed at him as well, and he held it really well. Considering his blow power, it was distance, but he did really well, and did a good job while he's been called upon, and hopefully he won't get any more saves to have to make, hopefully.
Yeah, Hampton increasing the pressure as we enter the final 15 minutes of the match here. It's still Enfield Town 1, Hampton and Richmond 0. Keir's won the ball again in central midfield, and Hampton can build again from inside their own half. And Town struggling really to get hold of the ball these last 5 or 10 minutes, struggling to dominate play in the midfield where Keir is really running things. Bird squeezes the ball infield, and a free kick's gone Hampton's way. Bird will take, but not before Hampton make another substitution. It's Alex Wall coming on. He's another forward. Alfie Williams is going off. Looks like an attacking change from Hampton. He's a left back off, and a forward's gone on.
Yeah, it looks as though they're going for it. An extra man out front taken out from the back.
Ball's dropped to them from the resulting free kick. It's loose on the edge of the area. Hampton in possession. In comes the shot. It's blocked by Town. And then the ball's cleared up over halfway. Now it's something for Peak to chase. He can't quite get hold of it. Back pass is given by Revan to Merrick, but he deals with it sensibly enough, and it's through to Atkinson. Town are now preparing a couple of substitutions more. Hampton will win a throw. Throw's gone Town's way on halfway, and Town will now make a throw. Jack Bates is on for Lennon Peak. Lennon Peak, his race is run after a good 75 minutes there, his first start since injury. What did you make of his performance?
It's really good. It's been a really good comeback, and he's always a threat. Linked up well, even with Leonard, and in the middle as well. He's been all over the pitch. Really, he had a bit of a free roll, and I think it's fresh legs as well. He hasn't played a full game, so it's a good decision to put Bates on. I think so, and I think carry on that pressing game is tiring a little bit. It looks like the last 5 minutes, and Hampton and Richmond have got into the game a little bit more.
Yeah, you can certainly understand Bates coming on. We've just had Sidwell come on in midfield, and now Bates coming on as well, just to add a bit more energy into midfield. Town started at a really high octane pace this second half, but they've been outpassed somewhat in these last 5 or 10 minutes. Hampton tried to clear the ball up to halfway, and
Okay, cool.
the ball's allowed to drift through. Bates almost got onto the end of it, but the ball's allowed to drift through to Merrick, and Hampton will try to build through from the back again. Bates has taken quite an advanced position. Actually, he's at the attacking end of the midfield. He's putting pressure on the Hampton defence now again, as Villette's all the way back there in the left back role, giving the ball to Atkinson. Hampton play neatly, a couple of neat triangles to get up the pitch. They're very patient in their play. It's gone back with Revan. He's now giving it wide right, and they're going to build on that side now with Taylor chipping the ball forward. Wright's going to have to come off his line to gather. He does so. Hasn't yet put a foot wrong, Joe Wright, in the Town goal. And with 12 minutes remaining, it's Town 1, Hampton 0. Joe Wright kicks from his feet, and neat layoff there by Bates to Billy Leonard wide on the right, but he's manoeuvred the ball out of play, and it's going to be a throw left back position to Hampton. Town will make their next substitution. John Oyenuga's on, and it's Billy Leonard whose race is run. So that suggests Oyenuga will take a right wing back sort of position, get his attacking boots on. What do you make of Billy Leonard's performance on the right today, John?
Oh, he hasn't put a foot wrong. He's done really well, exerting pressure. Every time he hasn't got the ball, presses. When he's got the ball, he does a lot. He creates a lot of chances and a great distribution as well. And it's a good substitution. John Oyenuga is great.
Flag goes up. Sorry, I just cut you off there, John, because there was an opportunity. It appeared for Alex Hall, but the flag went up. Back to you, John.
Yeah, it's a good substitution. John Oyenuga is a great player anyway, so it's like for like. He's an attacking wing back. He can play and defend, and he can attack. So it's good substitutions by Gavin, I've got to say, at the right time.
Yeah, fresh legs coming on here. Joe Wright taking a long free kick for Town, for that's offside. Hampton have won possession, however. They've lobbed it up towards halfway. Benjamin gets the head in it. Flicked on there, something for Bates to chase, but Merrick will get there first. And it's into the arms, the grateful arms of the Hampton goalkeeper. 21-year-old. Beg your pardon, 19-year-old Max Merrick. Well, Benjamin's made a mess of his clearance. It's been charged down, and Adam Thompson came across to cover. And it's going to be a throw to Hampton about 15 yards from the touchline on the left as they attack. Villette's got the ball in his hands. Looks to take the throw short. As Hampton will now build from the left. It's Rudy Allen on this near side the left. He's played it infield to Atkinson. Atkinson forced backwards. Good pressure there from Town, but Hampton still in possession, deep inside Town territory. Now breaking on the right, looking for space for the cross. In it comes now from Hampton. It's a low one, but Joe Wright's able to gather on the bounce. Gets a round of applause from all around me. And with 9 minutes to go, it's Enfield Town 1, Hampton and Richmond Borough 0. Town would kill for a second goal here, but it certainly looks like Hampton are the more likely at the moment, John.
Yeah, it's not going to be a relaxing game. Literally, our home crowd's gone quiet. You can literally cut the tension with a knife, as they say. And yeah, it's going to be a tough game. Hopefully they can hang on.
Not too many clear-cut chances as yet for Hampton, but they are certainly in the ascendancy. And then a poor clearance. I think it's John Oyenuga's first touch. He's sliced his clearance, took his eye off the ball, maybe it bobbled, and Hampton have a throw which they've taken. Villette comes in, but Oyenuga makes up for his previous mistake by winning the 50-50. The ball's lobbed up the line. Something for Bates to challenge. Bates has taken up the most advanced role in midfield. He's taken the Sam Young's role as attacking midfield. Hampton have attacked, and the ball's going to fall loose for Parcell. He can't quite get a foot in it, then he bundles over Atkinson, and it's going to be a free kick against Mickey Parcell. And I think for repeated challenges, as the ref's pointing out, Mickey Parcell's going to get a yellow card. Not so much for that particular foul, but as the ref pointed across the pitch for a build-up of multiple fouls.
Yeah, there's a few, but he didn't complain. Mickey just took it on the chin. He's got away with it a few times, but you know what? He's been firm and fair and hard, but yeah, good performance.
Hampton have swung the free kick into the far side of the penalty area. It's the Town head on it first. Town trying to get the second ball, and then finally they've cleared it up towards halfway. And the ball's gone out of play for a throw. Throw to Town then, on halfway. 7 minutes remaining. Agitation in the stands around me. Town fans breaking into a bit of song. As the clock ticks down, Town will take the throw, left back position. Henry Hawkins with it. Fires it up the line, looking for Chuku, gets half a head on it. Chuku now trying to shield the ball out of play and does really well, wins another throw. I'm going to ask you in a minute, John, with 7 minutes remaining, to start to think about your man of the match, or contenders for man of the match, from both sides, in fact, if you so wish. Town will take this latest throw. Up it goes from Hawkins towards Chuku, who's being clambered over by several players. It's going to fall for Bates on the edge of the area. Has a shot. It's wide of goal, but it caught a deflection. It's going to go out for a corner. Town have their third corner of the game. It was a pretty bold effort, that, from Bates, reminiscent of David Platt in a way. The ball bounced over his shoulder. He took a swing at it on the volley from good distance.
Yeah, it was worth a try, and it won a corner. So if you don't shoot, you can't score, I guess.
Come on, we need another goal, Town.
Town then, a chance to put... They've only got 3 men in the area for this corner. In it comes from the right. It's low towards the near post. Oh, it's dreadful. And it's gone straight out for a goal kick at the near post. Didn't even make the penalty area. It's poor effort, that one, from Jack Bates, I think. Town fans are having a whale of a time delaying the return of the ball to Max Merrick. It's several times they've done it now, just chucking the ball anywhere but at his hands. He's finally got the ball, placed it down. Now he's getting serenaded as he takes his goal kick. Up it goes over halfway. Parcell, big head on that. Bird will be chased by Chuku, but the ball will run out of play for a throw to Hampton deep inside their own half, and it's given straight back to Merrick, their goalkeeper. Town on the retreat now, 5 minutes to go. In comes Merrick's clearance, headed straight back by Parcell, but the Town press is non-existent at the front of the pitch now. It's just a case of trying to repel Hampton balls as they push forwards. To Rudy Allen, gives it wide right. Hampton made a mess of that, and Town tried to clear it. Clearance isn't great. Key is giving it back out to Atkinson, wide right. Town fans making a noise, but it's Hampton in the ascendancy at the moment. In comes the cross from the right in towards the penalty area. It's loose in the area. Town eventually clear. It's going to come wide left to Villette. He's going to try to swing another cross into the area, but that's going to be too close to Joe Wright, who's dropped it initially and then gathers at the second attempt. Little heart and mouth moment there, just to raise the blood pressure of John alongside me, but Joe Wright got the necessaries done in the end.
Yes, I was just having flashbacks of Saturday when he flapped at the end, and I've forgiven him for that anyway. So it's standout players for us. I think Thompson at the back has been really good. And Chukwu probably are my two players have been, from start to finish, regardless of what happens. They've put in the Mickey Parcel's been everywhere, fighting for everything. It's been a great team performance. Hard to really pick, to be fair. But if I had to pick, probably those two. Just hopefully we can hang on to this. I'm sure he's going to play plenty of added time just to stress the hell out of us. But hang on in there, Town, as we can do it.
It's Bates on the right, trying to force the ball up the line, but Chukwu's aborted his run because he'd have been offside anyway, and the ball drifts through to Max Merrick. 3.5 minutes remaining. Merrick, they're toying with the edge of the area. Could have been penalised for carrying the ball out of his area, but plays continued, and Hampton have had their wires of communication crossed there, and the ball's just gone out to play for a throw to Town deep inside their own half on the right. Looks like Hisham Kasamu might be making a guest appearance for the final few minutes plus added time, with Town leading by 1-0. 3 minutes remaining. So he's taken up the line down by the corner flag for Town. They're competing for it. The ball's gone out to play. Town have won the second throw. Happy with that. And play's going to be paused so that Kasamu can come on. And Kasamu's coming on for anointed Chukwu. And I won't ask you what you think of Chukwu because you've just told me. He's had a good game, hasn't he? He's really put in a shift, back to goal, holding the ball up and then pressing when out of possession as well. Man of the match has just been announced as Mickey Parcell, who's certainly been tough tackling in midfield. Your thoughts on that, John?
Yeah, that's the three players we picked out, actually, so any of those could have deserved to win it, and especially in the middle. I think he's kind of won all those loose balls and scraps in the middle, so it's a good choice, I think. And all the substitutions have been like for like and pretty good as well. And but Chukwu, outstanding, and Thompson, and but Mickey Parcell thoroughly deserved.
There's been a yellow card amidst all that for Maro Villette, and now the ball might fall loose for Kasamu, not quite. Hampton clear up the pitch. Adam Thompson's won the free kick. There's some vocal Town fans around me you might be able to hear in the background, providing commentary of their own. We wait to see how much added time there'll be, but there's only 90 seconds of normal time coming here. Town fans still in good voice, trying to sing the players through to the 3 points here. Joe Wright will take the free kick for Town, deep into the Hampton area. Kasamu gets a head on it. Hampton clear. Parcell. Stallard got a head on that one. Hampton clear again. Benjamin gets a head on this one, but it's picked up by Kia. He puts a foot on it. However, Knight got back really well there to win the ball. Now pressure on Bird. He's not made the best headed clearance. John Oyenuga can pick it up on the right. He's going to appeal for a throw. It's a throw to Town in an attacking position. This is right where they want the ball as we enter the final minute of the 90. Throw to Town. You can see Zav Benjamin stretching a hamstring there, a thigh perhaps. Oyenuga will take the throw for Town, level with the edge of the Hampton area. However, possession is conceded and the throw goes to Hampton. Looks like we're going to have 7 added minutes.
Four.
John, you've misled me.
Four,
You've misled the listening public. It's 4 minutes, not 7.
You might have it.
Villette hooks the ball high up the line. Hawkins wins the header on halfway. Revan wins the header for Hampton. It's hooked forward there by Allen. And Hampton will have to shove the ball forward in a hurry now. They go long up the line and the flag goes up against Josh Kia, and Town can play deep into, they can eat into that first of 4 added minutes with a free kick. Joe Wright does that. I was going to say he's in no hurry to retrieve the ball. He is actually scampering across to retrieve it. The ref has blown his whistle. He's unhappy about something. He's coming across to the Town dugout. And is he going to have a word with someone on the Town bench? He's going to show the yellow card to someone on the Hampton bench at the advice of the 4th official.
The only thing could be is, as he was adjusting the minutes there. He possibly thought it was going to be more like I did, I think, and he's complaining why there's only 4 minutes, I think, because they have, to be fair, I expected about 6 or 7 possibly, so I can only think that's the only justification for him complaining to the fourth official.
Yeah, good shout, John. I think 4 minutes took us all by surprise. There have been a lot of substitutions, a lot of stoppages, Town players not returning the ball. And Bird's got himself into trouble here at the back for Hampton, under pressure from Bates and Casimir. It's gone back to Benjamin. Benjamin's lobbed it forward towards Casimir. Bates tries to put the pressure on. Villette clears, however, and Hampton almost played forward there. It was Wilshire who played the forward ball. Hampton almost through. And Town have a free kick.
6 hours.
Well, there was a vital clearance, a vital headed interception there by Adam Thompson, because a forward ball was played by Jerry Wiltshire, which would have led to Hampton being clean through. Thompson got a head in. That was solid. That was a heart-in-mouth moment. You could see from up here it would have been a one-on-one. However, we can all breathe more easily because 2 minutes of added time have been played, 2 remain, and Town have a free kick. High up. It's inside their own half, but high up that half. It's only 10 yards south of the centre circle. Joe Wright will take it. Puts a bit of meat into that. It's gone all the way out to the touchline. Hampton head it back, but it will be a Town throw. 100 seconds remain. 100 seconds between Town and 3 points. 3 points which would take them 5 clear of the relegation zone. And they're not hurrying to take this throw. It's going to be taken out on the left for Town, about 15 yards inside the Hampton half. It's thrown up the line, spot of head tennis, but Hampton get it clear and volley it up the pitch towards Villette. His control lets them down, however, and Oyenuga's happy to let that just drift out of play, and we will enter the final of the 4 added minutes with Town still leading by that 17th minute Lennon Peake goal. Zav Benjamin trots across to collect the ball. There's a bit of an argument breaking out between the two benches, the respective benches. The birthday boy, Alan Julian, the Hampton manager, is unhappy with words of advice from John Nurse, I think it is, down on the Town bench. Benjamin takes the throw up the line for Town. Bounces once. Bates challenges for it. Ball goes out of play. And this time the throw is given to Hampton. 30 seconds remaining. Kia plays it infield. Allen spreads it wide right. Hampton with a chance to get the ball into the area. In it comes now. Flicked header, headed out by Town.
Clear it, Town.
Loose ball picking up by Villette. He shoots from range. It's half cleared by Town. It's still loose on the edge of the area. Still not fully clear, however. Town, another header goes in. Allen misses his kick and Town can clear up towards halfway, and Casimir picks it up on halfway, tries to take on his man, but Revan gets there first, gives it back to Max Merrick in goal. 4 minutes are up. We're playing at the referee's discretion now. Merrick clears up to halfway. Adam Thompson gets a head on it. Benjamin tries to clear his man. Oyenuga gets a foot in there. It's going to be a throw here to Hampton. It's a throw to Hampton, 20 yards inside the Town half. It's given short to Atkinson. He's forced to go back to the halfway line. Andrew Raven. It's gone wide right for Hampton. Now they fling the ball into the box. It's all hands to the pump. In comes Joe Wright, and he does brilliantly to gather. He rose to about 9 feet in the air. And the full-time whistle goes. Enfield Town have won. It's Enfield Town 1, Hampton and Richmond Borough 0. Town have the 3 points. Joe Wright there, the hero at the end, claiming that high ball. He stayed down. There's a little bit of concern about him, but we'll keep an eye on that for the time being, though. However, John, it became increasingly nervy as the game wore on, but a fine victory for Town. Your final thoughts on that?
It was nervy, but comfortable at the same time, if it's possible, and I think that last attempt there, long ball into the box, Joe Wright flung himself to get to that ball, leapt like a salmon and caught that ball, and the game was over. But a very professional performance. Didn't feel under too much threat, and he didn't have that many saves to make, right, which shows the dominance, especially second half. I think Enfield Town played even better, and countered, pressed, and the substitutions at the right time to keep that momentum going, because it took a 5-minute period when they were tiring a bit, and I think he made the right substitutions, Gavin, And it's a great win. I mean, the pressing game and shape were really good, and we had like-for-like subs. First time in the season, to be fair, that we've been able to do that, and it's paid off, and it's a great win.
Thanks very much for your input, John. Yeah, it was tense at the end. As you say, it was, in hindsight, I suppose you can say it was comfortable because there wasn't really a clear chance that Town had to fend off. But with only the 1-goal lead, it was increasingly nervy. Town fans are making a huge racket, and why wouldn't they? As the Town players, as is tradition, trot over to applaud back, to milk the applause, to slap hands. It's been a great win for Town. Lennon Peake with the goal after 17 minutes. Gavin McPherson's 100th game in charge ends in victory. Town move 5 points clear of the relegation zone with 9 games to play. And you'll be able to hear all 9 of those games here on this channel, home and away. Next up on Saturday, at home to Truro, 3 o'clock kickoff. I'll be on air from 10 to 3. You can see the Town players, they're really enjoying the acclaim that they're receiving. They have Benjamin dancing away. I'll leave you then until Saturday with the final score. Thank you for listening. Thank you for all your comments. The usual suspects, Pete, Jane, and all of you who've commented. Seam G, Gabriel as well. Good to hear. Good to see you commenting. Good to see that you've been tuning in. Hello to Fran and Andrew and Lorraine, who have also been listening. We can leave you then with the final score of Enfield Town 1, Hampton and Richmond Borough 0.